Find product links below and hundreds more videos on my channel.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to show you this cool GoPro Hero 3 cage that I got on eBay pretty cheap. And it's a pretty nice case, very nice quality, made of metal. And it's not perfect, but it does give you some really nice functionality to the camera. Much similar to a standard camera because you've got a hot shoe. And also more like what you would have for video production with regards to connection. So normally in video production you'd have quite big cages, so these big metal things that go around the camera. And here they've formed it to the shape of the camera exactly, which is really nice. And so basically it gives you nice grip to the camera and allows you to reach all the buttons very easily, as well as reach the ports and memory card. So that's pretty good with that regard. And you have quarter inch connections on all sides. So you've got one there, two on top, one of which right now is being used by this removable metal hot shoe, which is pretty nice quality, and it does stay on there really nicely. It does hold on really tightly. And then you have quarter inch at the bottom, which is now being hidden underneath this standard GoPro mount, which is made of metal. So once you remove that, you then have a standard quarter inch there. And these four holes are not quarter inch, unfortunately, but you could get a tap piece, like some tools that can cut the grooves. They're not very expensive. And if you wanted to, you could make these into quarter inch screws. They are the right size. All you need to do is just cut those grooves in. And basically, this is pretty nice. And one thing you could do is you could actually use the hot shoe. If you don't want to use hot shoe accessories on this, you could also use the hot shoe as a quick release. Because you can connect this hot shoe, for example, at the bottom of the GoPro, you could actually use it as a way of really easily removing the camera. Basically like a really tiny quick release for the GoPro, if you wanted to. And but of course you could also use it for accessories like it's intended. Now, compared to the regular case, they are about the same size. That's them side by side. And surprisingly enough, even though this cage is made of metal, with the way it's set up right now, without the camera but with everything else, the weight is almost the same as this, the regular plastic one. So this one is 88 grams, and then this is 103 grams. So very close to each other. Not really a noticeable difference. You can sort of tell this one's heavier, but only just. And so it's surprisingly lightweight for something so strong, and it won't give you as good protection as the original case. I believe this will give very good crush protection, but it's not really giving much protection to the lens, and it's not really giving any protection from water or dust. So really it's just making it more of a standard camera with regards to the way it's used and the way it connects, compared to using it inside a case like this, which only has one connection, which is the standard GoPro mount, which just slides in like that. And yeah, so this does come with a lanyard, but you could use other ones, some other hand straps, and there's plenty of places here where you could connect that. Now, the main issue with this is that the way this locks the GoPro in place, the GoPro actually slides in pretty nicely, does fit nice and snug, but once it's in there, it will, it can come out very easily. Even though it's not rattling around in there, it will come out very easily. And the way they have thought of locking the GoPro in place is using pressure from the side. So you have a little plate there, which is made of some sort of cardboard or something. And then you have this screw that presses and then puts pressure and pushes that little sort of plate, this little whatever that's called, onto the GoPro. And I think that's a really bad idea. I would not use this as a way of locking the GoPro in place here, because it's kind of hard for me to describe just how easy this feels like it will go straight through the GoPro. I think it won't. I think if you give this to a 5-year-old and they twist it with just finger strength, they will put this screw through your GoPro. So I would not recommend using this as a way of locking it. If anything, get the tiniest screw that you can, and because the smaller the screw, the more difficult it would be to actually use hand pressure to, go into the GoPro. So a small screw would be much better than the one that comes with it. I'm not actually sure if this is the one that came with mine, but something like this comes with it. So what I would say is, get some Velcro or something, or, just use an elastic band or whatever. There's a million different solutions that you could use to lock this in place. So I would say maybe just a small screw to get that nice and snug. But this screw is still at risk of coming undone. If this was to get vibrations or something, this screw could easily come undone. So I would not recommend this as the only way to lock your GoPro into here. And apart from that, there's not really much I can fault with it. It's a brilliant design, feels really nice in the hand. There's not really any sharp corners. Maybe a tiny bit on this here on the hot shoe, but not really. It's pretty okay. Nothing that will feel uncomfortable in the hand. It does have corners, but they're not sharp feeling. It does feel like it's pretty well machined, and it's anodized, which is a process which sort of dyes the aluminium in this color, which means this paint isn't gonna scratch off very easily. And yeah, so overall pretty nice. I mean, this I really don't like this locking thing right here, but apart from that, it's pretty cool. And I think if you need something like this to get this sort of functionality for connecting additional things to your GoPro, or just something, quite honestly, I think this just makes the GoPro just a lot nicer to use if you're using it as just a camera that you're going around and just using as a regular camera. I think this makes it a little bit nicer because you could connect an LED light or an audio recorder on top of there, or whatever you needed. So I really like this. I really like the way that it makes a GoPro feel, and yeah, it's very functional and overall recommended. Just remember that you do need to find a solution to locking the camera in place here. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other videos, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys.